need materials. I don't have shulkers or a way to replenish my tools. I also don't have an e-chest or backups of anything I have. So, I gotta go grinding. Biss, the other server owner, gave me some cords to an old base he had. I'm going there, and I'm hoping I don't die. As I'm adventuring, I find a village, and in the village is a completely set up villager area. I mean, I might as well use what is presented to me by the Minecraft gods, so thanks, Biss, for the cords that I won't use because I found something even better. Turning on the string dippers, I start trading with villagers. Alright, so the trick to villagers is you just trade a lot with them. So I probably did this about 20 times where I just fill my inventory full of string and then I just click and trade, click and trade, click and trade, just over and over and over and over and over again. It took, I don't know, about 2 hours to actually get everything I wanted. Like, it was really fast because that string duper meant that I didn't have to collect any materials to trade with the villagers. So my life was rather easy because I didn't have to focus on upgrading any villagers. I didn't have to worry about getting the materials to trade with any of the villagers. It was just all there, set up for me, so I can get the materials I need. It was very nice and very convenient for me. So I thank whoever's base that was, because I totally took advantage of it and used it to my own advantage. So I hope that doesn't make us enemies because of that, because that would not be cool. I just used your villagers. I didn't steal any of your stuff, so there you go. But so it was just a simple over and over and over again. By the time I started getting emeralds, I went and looked at all of the different librarians that they had and what I could trade for it. When I looked through the librarians, I eventually saw one that had a Thorns 3 book, alright? And let me tell you, that got my brain a-stirring, okay? Because I'm like, oh, I'm not a PvPer. I don't really need to protect my armor. So I'm going to put thorns on all of my armored pieces, alright? Before I do that, I went and looked at all of the different toolsmiths to see if there's, like, any good thing on, like, maybe getting something pre-enchanted. But, like, there wasn't really anything. It didn't have, like, twice of anything. It was just either, like, Soot Touch or Unbreaking 3. And because they had everything in Librarians, I did buy 2 axes, but I just mainly went through all the books for every single other thing I did, because it was easier to just buy the books and get the levels from trading string with the villagers. So, there you go. The other thing I did is I bought armor and a sword, because I need to have armor. I'm not just here for tools this time. I also need armor to protect myself. Hence me talking about thorns earlier. So, the process of getting armor was just trade with villagers, and then I go get all the different things I found. I actually found out that there was a cheaper prop 4 trade at the very end, so that was cool to find out. I was really unsure about Thorns 3, but I really think that's gonna be the key. It's gonna annoy so many people. I think it's really gonna be worth it. I'm just gonna have my own bubble around me that'll protect me with Thorns 3. It's totally gonna work. I totally won't regret it. 100%. No sarcasm. There's a little bit of sarcasm. Alright. But, so I'm just trading for things. I'm trying to do my sword first, because that's the one tool I don't have still. But it's just me looking through all the villagers, trying to find the right book so that I can get my trade. By the time I do that, I then will combine some of the books together, or I just combine it to the main thing. I wasn't too worried about the sword because I wasn't maxing it out, because I'm not playing on this server to, like, be based on PvP. I'm here to build and, like, do things. But most of the time I will mix a book or two, find out what enchant I need to get. Now I go trade with all the villagers. Once I get all the XP I need, I then go back to my anvil and make my final thing. I then have to name it. I decided my sword needed to be named Poke, as in, like, I'm poking someone, but also poke as in Pokemon. Thought that was pretty smart of me right there. The other thing I did is I made backups of everything. So I made a second version of like all my stuff, including like the 2 sets of tools I get so that I could build. So I made a second set of everything, and then I'm like, you know what? I got so much XP and like I didn't use it all that I got an extra stack of emerald blocks. And then while I'm at it at that point, I'm like, you know what? They had an iron thing with the iron golem where you get free iron basically. So I went over there and kind of just yoinked the iron that was got from the time I had been there and kind of just added it to my own iron reserves because I don't have a lot of iron and I make a lot of lanterns that I won't always be able to trade for with villagers because I don't really have a villager area. So there you go. All right, I'm now heading back because it is late and I'm getting tired. I also don't want to be at the space when the owner gets logged on, mainly because I will definitely be seen as a hostile force. However, I went into the water and saw I forgot to put Death Strider on my boots. So I have to, of course, go back and trade with villagers to get the book, to then get more XP by trading, and get my boots actually fully enchanted. Then I can head back home. Now that I'm here and I've rested, I'm going to do some housekeeping. I need to add my farm and make my area look a little better than it is right now. All right, by making it better, I just kind of mean adding pathways to everything. So I made a general pathway, and now I'm going to make it seem a little fancier by adding gravel, sand, and the coarse dirt, all right? So just a little bit different, right? And then you, of course, have, like, your normal paved dirt, right? I also decided to randomly add some spruce logs in there because it is similar to the dirt. And I'm going to have, like, just a spruce log path around my farm area later. So I just might as well put that in. I did this on mainly the non-main pathways because, like, my main pathway should just be a clean path. But like this stuff where it's not really a clean path and I'm kind of just going around things, I'm like, let's get a little fancy with it. Let's change things up a bit. So I made that around my animals, and then I also bridge it out towards my farm and my tree farm, and then I will also be expanding my normal farm because I need things. I want an easy. Like, this is the clear pathway that you must go to, and that's how it should be. So, this is the part where I just use pure spruce, because it's just easier, right? So, and then I just things, get rid of gravel, put down sand, put down coarse dirt. It's just very sporadic. Like, there's not really much of a pattern here. If I were to call it a pattern, it's like doing things across, and then, like, not having it touching. So, you have like gravel or sand to go across 1 or 2 squares, and then you have it not touch again, right? And now you do that for everything, and it's not complicated. It's just random, right? So don't try to copy exactly what I'm doing. All right. Now I did decide that I needed like a special like designated tree area because I'm tired of putting all of my tree chests in my own house and having to run all the way back to my house to put up the wood that I've just carved up. So I decided to make my own little tree area and also to make it separate from the grass because podzol, I don't want podzol everywhere. I think that's a pretty normal thing at this point is people don't like having podzol everywhere. I decided to like make it like a little like up area because of that, and I'm like, you know what, I'll make it to where these are my corners, and then after I have those corners I will have it to where you can just walk up. I was trying to decide though what the pattern of it would be. Do I just have like 4 blocks? Do I have some 1 blocks? Do I have it all be 4 blocks? And I decided to change it into all being 4 blocks because it wasn't even, and I didn't like that. So that's the other part of building is when you place things down, you're going to change it, and that's okay. It's okay to change what you've decided. Like, I know people are like, oh, you've built it, so you have to keep it that way. No, you can just be random and be like, you know what? I don't like how this looks. I'm now going to move it over more blocks before I get too far into it. And that's what I did here, because I didn't like how it looked. And I had to change it again with the dirt, because I really couldn't decide on what I wanted. And that's where you just kind of look at it after a while and be like, all right, what do I like? What do I not like? And you make decisions based on that. It's not the most efficient way to like plan and build and do things, but uh something's better than nothing most of the time. So that's what I went with. I then on the edges just kind of put the staircases kind of how I saw fit, and then on this middle part, right, because I could put a one block there, I decided to put a block in the middle and have a little variation. Ooh la la, very fancy. And now my trees work and they actually grow, so everything worked out correctly. The other thing that I decided I need to do was my farm. So working on my farm, I like make fences and fence gates to where you actually can enter and exit it. And it's only on the sides, so like mobs can still come in, but it's like I want to expand it later, so like I don't want to limit myself and have to break everything and then put it all back, because I still need potatoes and carrots in my farm. But I am adding melons, because I got melons on one of the trips I went from spawn and back to my house, because there's more than one jungle there. So I got melons, and I'm expanding this area to include that, and also having like little edges showing this is the end of the farming area. That way I also know where I can build other things if I want to expand and do more things. I don't know what I would do to expand and do more things, but I want to have options. I like options. I like being able to decide, does this work, does this not? So, there you go. That's the added melons that I made. Another thing is I have cocoa beans, because I went to the jungle, so you also have to add cocoa beans. So I took some of that log woods and I placed down my cocoa beans and got more spruce to place down a floor. So I kind of just did a basic floor. I wasn't sure what else I could add to this besides it's cocoa beans. Like, you can't, they take up a lot of space and they're kind of annoying, but I might want some brown concrete later. And I guess if I ever want to make cookies, I'm set. I made pumpkin pie earlier, so maybe I'll make cookies. I don't know. Cookies aren't a good food source, though. I always need, like, brown dye randomly, and I always just use spruce wood because I can never get brown dye because I never have cocoa beans. So now I'm going to have cocoa beans, and I can actually make brown dye for once. That's going to be crazy. I typically do that because, like, when I build Pikachu, right, I use spruce wood in that. Technically, I'm supposed to use the brown concrete, but I can never get it. So, hey, this time, maybe I'll go back and rebuild Pikachu to have brown concrete if I get enough cocoa beans. I don't know. So, but I have cocoa beans, and now I have an option to have brown dye. So that's really what matters here. I should also try and get beets so I can get infinite red dye. You know, that'll also be good. Now that that's over with, I'm also going to go mining for a bit. Mainly because I want to get both sets of diamond armor with trims, but it's also just helpful to have some extra resources lying around. I love water caves. I used to hate water caves, but then I went into water caves with fully enchanted gear, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much easier than normal caving. Because normal caving, you have to fight other mobs, and you can't see anything. With water caves, you can't see anything, but you don't have to fight mobs. So I consider that a win, honestly, in my opinion. The main reason why I don't have shaders for this is because I don't run Minecraft with like extra mod packs and things. Like, I don't use replay mod, I don't use Optifine. I just run normal Minecraft as is. They're not even mods. They're just like extra housekeeping things, kind of like essentials, where you get to like talk to other people within Minecraft, or like the voice mod, right? I just don't run Minecraft with those things, which means I don't get in trouble for like getting on a server and like saying that I have hacks on it, because I don't, you know. But it just seems more of a hassle to open up a, a mod pack thing, like a client, than to just open up normal Minecraft and make it work. So I just, you know, I miss a lot of diamonds. I'm always told, in like minerals when I do this, but I it is what it is, you know. My fun is different than other people's fun, and I'm here to collect coal. Honestly, I need diamonds, but like coal is more important to me right now because I have used so much coal uh on the server, either from like making stone earlier on or making glass. That was that. Oh my goodness. I used so much coal in the greenhouse to make glass. I easily made like a stack or two, which on it isn't a lot of coal because coal is so easy to get, but it's annoying when you're constantly searching for coal. So my goal is to just get like a stack or half a stack of just coal blocks, and we call it a day, and everything's good. So that's the goal with this, with water caves, because I never find diamond in water caves. Like I don't know what my luck is, or if I just can't see it again, but I never find diamonds in water caves. I can find coal, I can find lapis, I can find copper. Sometimes I can find iron, and very rarely I can also find gold. Diamonds are so rare for me to find, and like I know, like it's like everyone's like, oh my gosh, diamonds are so much easier with water caves to find. I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm the person who gets tricked by the glowing the glowing stuff, right? The glowing vines. I get tricked by the glowing vines and think that's diamonds. I'm that person, all right? So I never look out for diamonds when I'm water mining because I just get disappointed. The other thing that I'm looking for while I'm mining is gravel. I need gravel and lots of it for concrete because I know I'm going to use concrete later. So whenever I mine, I always grab a bunch of gravel because there is never enough gravel to grab. So I always run out of the just random resources that like nobody gets or finds really annoying. Especially like when you're netherite mining, you always find gravel and it's super annoying. I'm like, I'll take that. That's what I need. I need the gravel. I gotta go get that. So I'll like always fill up a shulker with gravel whenever I netherite mine if I have shulkers at the time. The other thing is I just fill up my inventory with gravel. Instead of netherrack, it's just all gravel. I switch it out. It's half gravel, half quartz. So it's all just filled up. And then I in my chest I'll put like the important materials. But I just have building blocks that like everyone just they don't really care that much about the gravel and that stuff. So like you always only see netherrack. I get the random extra items that nobody else wants. You know, I'm the one going through mines looking for gravel because I can't find it on the surface as easily or in surplus. Cause like you either get gravel from like the mountain. There's like a gravel mountain biome, or you get gravel from the sea, and it is very annoying to get gravel from the sea because it's only like 1 block high. When you get gravel in a cave, it's like in a patch. It's in a patch, and sometimes it reveals like diamonds or netherite and things like that. Ancient debris, actually. But sometimes it reveals really cool stuff. So it's worth it, right? Not a lot of people think it's worth it because nobody takes the time to get a shovel. But I'm telling you right now, it's worth it. It's worth it, all right, to get gravel, all right? Then you can make your builder friend happy because they have free gravel to make more concrete structures, all right? I gotta promote concrete more, all right? It's I know it's plain, so it blends into with each other, but like that's the cool part of it is it blends into each other. I was so excited when they added concrete the first time. Anyway, after I went to the sea mine and got coal, I decided, you know what? I should probably spend some time trying to get diamonds. And honestly, the most efficient way for me to get diamonds is to strip mine. Like, I do not get diamonds from like normal mining. I never see them or like they're there and I don't see them, or they just don't exist in the mine and I just don't move on because I think I'm missing them when I'm not. So it's easier to just strip mine. If there are diamonds right by, I get the diamonds. If there's not, I just keep mining in my straight line. Although I do really piss off my friends when I strip mine, because what I'll do is I'll mine in a straight line and then I'll turn after like 100 blocks, and then but not exactly 100, okay? Like I'll turn after 100 and then turn after 50 or 25, and then I'll go back in a full circle back to where I originally turned from. And my friends are just like, "This is you're making a maze." And I'm like, "I'm just mining, man." And they're like, it kind of looks like I used X-ray to like go around in an area, and I'm not. I'm just that sporadic. So like this time, I tried really hard to just most of the time I tried really hard to dig in a straight line, until I either find diamonds or I get bored of going in a straight line. Uh, right now I haven't, because I'm also on the search for gravel. So like if I'm searching for gravel and I find gravel, I'm like, all right, I'm on the right pathway. I'm gonna keep going this way because I need a lot of gravel. Like I think on that mining trip I got like 18 stacks of gravel from just mining in a straight line underground. I probably got more gravel from that than if I would have just gone into a actual cave and gotten gravel from there. Cause I'm not a good PvPer, and I'm not good at attacking mobs either. All right, there's been more than one time that I've died from the wither, so I know that's kind of lame to say, but it's the truth, and I'm here to I guess I'm here to tell you how lame I am. But I'm telling you, I'm great at building, or at least I think I'm great at building. All right, maybe I'm not. Tell me the truth, guys. But you mine the gravel, and look at that, you got redstone. A lot of people don't like redstone, but you know what? Sometimes it comes in handy, and someone needs a stack of redstone blocks, and you can be the friend to give them a stack of redstone blocks. So there you go. And of course I got gravel again, so I'm just gonna keep mining in a straight line, because that's my method of madness. Is if I get what I need, I keep mining in a straight line. If I don't, I turn. And sometimes I turn a lot, and sometimes I don't at all. So there you go. I am not used to like a world barrier though, because I keep wanting to go the opposite way, but I can't because I hit the world barrier. And that's an annoying part. Oh, and there we go, diamonds. So I'm gonna I'm gonna keep mining in this straight line. Anyway, after the mine, I went and duplicated my stuff and got gold coastal trims on my backup set, and I have purple coastal trims on my main set. Okay, I think we're all good for now. I can probably start some more schemes with everything that's set up now, and I can't wait to build my next project. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful year.